Can't go in this one straight. Better.
Which one? Green one or purple one?
Purple. I think. I don't know.
The green one. Different. Sells with cash. It's cash only. I don't know if it's card only.
Really?
Straight to stay on A29.
Let me grab that. Oh yeah, of course. Still driving. Let's see if nobody's. Oh yeah, this is not gonna be.
Let's see what the card goes, don't it? I don't know.
Where is the card?
Put the ticket.
This is the ticket. Yeah, 40. Card I need to put in here.
I think so.
Where do you think?
Anyway. No, that's a receipt. In there, yeah. That's it.
100. Job done. It was so bad before.
Continue on A29.
Yeah.
People keep it at you, you know.
Yeah, I was not helping.
Experience because the band dragging on it, it's like, well, thanks for your help.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to learn. Anything
Oh,
is.
exactly. Hopefully, he must have written a bit. Well, it's like, you know, people that never will.
No.
They're happy enough going from the town to the pub to the work to the town to the pub to the work, never leave it.
That's right.
Anybody that does a wrong thing because they've got that specific road down to an absolute T, went and nip in here to do this,
That's
this, if you get in their way, you get beaten at because you're an idiot. You don't know exactly
To the T.
what you're doing. Of course you don't.
So you're staying on that A29 for just now, and then in 11 kilometers you'll be moving into A16.
In 500 meters, keep left.
Round, round. More round. And this is it. You're here.
Exit the roundabout onto D9.
Right, D9, you see? We're out of the village now. First exit.
There's a little pretend bridges.
Well, pretend bridges.
Oh, it's easy.
Steady.
Yulin, are you enjoying your holiday? Harivan, are you enjoying your holiday?
Mommy, when are we arriving? When are we arriving?
We are arriving in 10 minutes. It's very, very pretty. Basically, we have stopped just now. Mark is on the roof. We were going for the campsite. We would be staying for Disneyland, and it turns out that the height was too low for our truck. Tell me.
Right there.
I see the dent at the back,
Of what?
a box.
The box, yeah, there's a bash at the back of the box, very minimal. It's taken it's basically hit the roof rack and it's pushed the roof rack down, or it's pushed us down. We've slid along the top and I've braked hard, but the two poles that were sticking up for the crane
Yes.
has taken the majority of the hit, and that was the thump that you'd heard, and then just the last little bit must have just hit the top of the box trim. So there's no real damage. We haven't come on top of the windows or the solar or nothing like that. It's just hit the top.
So the roof rack kind of saved us?
Yeah, the roof, it's slid. You can see where it's slid along the top of the roof rack, but it's the two poles that have made the
Impact.
impact, which is probably just as well, because that's kind of what. But we need to phone and find out how we get in there just to hit the damn thing, you know. So that was utter disaster, just complete and utter schoolboy error again. Having a absolute mare coming down, we've been sent off through the middle of a massive airport, all the way through the airport on the sat-nav. This one, as I've said, hasn't really got any updates. The one on the phone is just random. So anyway, up through the airport, through the back roads, through some dodgy villages, and then we came to the campground. In the campground, there's work's getting carried on, and they've got a steel frame. And we come past and it said it's 3.1, and I said to Layla that we can't go under 3.1, we're higher, we need to move on and go. So we travelled up the road to see if there was anywhere we could go, and there wasn't. So we come back down the road and we said it's 3.10.
That's what it said on the sign, 3.10.
Yeah, which is 3.1.
It's 3.
Not 3.10. But it looked like 3. Anyway, after hearing that, I said, oh Christ, I don't know what I'm worrying about, I'm 3.5.
Yeah.
But it was 3.1, so we made our way around, and there's a lot of cars, whatever. But anyway, as we went under the barrier, we made it at the front, and then we heard the hit on our roof rack.
It was extortionately loud.
It was two metals.
Yeah.
So I managed to brake quickly. We weren't going fast anyway.
Because it wasn't a roundabout, was it?
Yeah, stopped and reversed back.
Did it to me, stop.
So stopping over at the side of the road, we have noticed that where the roof rack is, I've hit the metal barrier and it's taken the paint off the top of the roof rack. Then there's two tubes where the crane fits in to lift wheels up on the top that we've never used or won't use now anyway. And it's bashed them, it's taken a big hit there. But the barrier's actually just slid back, come back and hit the top of the box. So where the fiberglass trim is, there's a bit damage just at the top of the box, but next to nothing. So it's not caused anything, thankfully, because if it went on, it would have just taken the solar panels and the windows and everything off the top. So we've phoned the campsite and said, look, we've got a big truck, as you know. They've booked in, we can't get into your site because you've got this barrier over there. And so they're sending the manager out. We're sitting at the side of the road where we've been told we're off the road. So in 10 minutes he's going to come and pull in. So whether he's going to arrange for some place to get round, because it's over a little river, which is fine, it's like 18 tonne, which we're only 9. So we're going to sit and come either follow him, or what we're going to do, which I imagine we'll do, is go on the other side of his barrier and just he'll block the road and we'll go round the barrier and then follow on down there. I think that's probably, he'll take a look and see just how high we are, whatever they're doing, because it's obviously something like power lines that they're doing that to put such a metal bar up in the first place. So it's not, we're not talking one of these hanging up rope
chains,
things.
yeah.
This is a proper steel beam. So it's good, as I say, that's why it's caused a bit of damage to those two poles. But again, you know, it's all learning, it's all, you know, stop, look, learn what you're doing, you know what I mean? It's 3.1, that's all there is to it, don't go.
We're back.
And that's it.
So we are now following the manager from the camping grounds, and we'll see where he takes us to avoid this hazard. He's driving very fast, actually.
600 meters and the round.
Right, what is he gonna do? You just like,
He's going to go right way, and we're going to go to the other side of it. Yeah, I'll get over there.
Exit the roundabout onto D45.
Oh, he wants me to go through there. Through there?
there.
In 400 meters, turn
So
right.
this is the bridge. Okay, so now we're gonna go around there. This is what we had earlier on. That beam there. Right.
Yeah, I like to leave this first.
He's in there.
Which means all in a She's going to pile on the truck.
There.
So 19 ton is fine, yeah?
Thankfully, 19 tons, fine by about 10 ton.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I still haven't come across anything that would give us a head restriction less than 5.
Yeah.
Looked about. Yeah, nothing. There's nothing there.
We have arrived, you see.
Wow.
Are we? Oh, look, yeah, camping. We would be going straight. So he raised the.
Which I'm looking at through here actually. This looks tight as well.
Oh, he says to wait. It's going to open that as well. Everything to open. Ah, another extremely eventful day, not in a good sense.
Yeah, who needs Disney?
Who needs Disney? Yeah. We need to say thank you to the boys. Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
Huh? Back again?
That's a good just that what?
Water river?
Yeah.
You both are sitting in the same seat, it's not quite legal.
You don't need to call me words.
Yeah, it's just been ridiculous
I
today.
just said you don't need
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Shoulders in agony, necks in agony.
Hades in agony. Hades in agony.
Many, many agonies.
No, Tommy, my word, again.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe sit down. Sit down, wait for me, sit down.
But it's ginormous. You see this campsite? It's really big. Yeah. 500 acres, I heard somewhere. This is going to be our home for the next 4 nights whilst we are
Recuperating.
recuperating and visiting Disneyland. Oh, wow. And we are gonna now plan to catch the public bus, shuttle bus to Disneyland because we are not gonna drive this. It's a little bit.
Expedition vehicle for sale. We're getting the bus here. See that airport? We should have just got off of there, got on a plane, and went to Edinburgh.
Why?
Yeah, but by sound of things, there are so many things going on with the airports and things, then maybe just as well we are driving, except we really need to read better the signage for the route restrictions. But yeah, it was intense again. Camping.
Well, if you've never made a mistake, you've never done anything. You know what I mean? That was an incredibly stupid one, but you learn.
You have arrived.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mommy, maybe so the doggy.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big fluffy one. Look at this place.
Right, we're just going to follow this chap here.
This is the
Yeah. Yeah, what?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a picture from the
Pizza man.
place down the road. Mark just phoned and organized it in his
Yeah.
non-existent French, and he's done very well by the look of things. Let's tuck in.
Simplement de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs pendant que vous autres, vous vous reposez. Vous êtes en train de récupérer les kidnappeurs
One ear chopped down.
Nice. So we are just coming back from public transport number 24 bus. 1 second. Yeah, so we had a full day at Disneyland. It was raining throughout. Freezing and raining, yes, and it's actually meant to be -2 tonight.
You're better off in
Absolutely.
North Scotland.
Mommy, film me,
apart from we don't have.
I eat that wheel, yeah.
So walking back to our campsite in our truck, it's in fact right there. You can see it through the trees. And are we happy, Yulin? Yulin, are you happy?
Yeah, let me have it.
One of these super cold days. Can't take even my breath. We have arrived at the truck. We have survived. Whoa, cold.
Yeah, scanning.
Walt Disney today. It's dry, so everyone's a lot better. And pissing rain.
Yeah, yesterday we had a dreadful day.
Wash it, which is a good thing because we had to test out the truck. And the truck we had to have clothes hanging all over it, combat condensation, which did quite well, and have the heating on up to 28 degrees and everything was working.
Rivar, be nice.
So that all went quite well.
Yulin, go bring your cat out. Don't forget it there.
The parks itself, really great for kids.
Yeah,
It's
it's really
good fun.
Good for us as well. I love it.
Long wait, so you're like 35 minutes sometimes, 40 minutes, and it's terribly not busy. I mean, there's virtually nobody here as far as Disney's concerned. And the rides are sometimes a minute,
Yeah.
it's 2 minutes maximum, if that, a minute and a half. You know, you're waiting 35, 45 minutes for a 1 minute ride. You know, some of them are pretty galling if they're not that good.
Yeah.
And it's a complete and utter waste of time. But I suppose once you get used to it, you know what you're doing. But again, if you're here for a day or possibly two, you're not going to know what you're doing. But, no, it's good.
It's
Kids
good.
love it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's good. The ones that you go on that are really good, you know, the rides do make up for it. Layla's just been on to the Hollywood Tower
I will
Hotel.
show you just now. Keep speaking. It is.
And it's a scary thing, a scary ride, you know, and it's really quite good. But again, we went to have a burger and chips with the kids, and we stood at the front of the queue for 37 minutes while we bodged about making burgers and chips. It was cold, I had to send the coffees back and everything, so very mixed feelings myself personally, you know, because these things are not cheap. This is not a cheap place to come to. The stuff should be top quality when you're paying good money for it as well, and it's just not.
I love it. It's brilliant. I recommend it. It's amazing. I want to come back. Thank
As
you.
I said, mixed reviews.
I love it. It's the best thing ever. Seriously.
I think that's maybe taking it a bit
No,
far.
it's really good.
I think the adrenaline's still kicking in from
No.
the ghost town.
It's really good. Fully recommend it. It's brilliant.
Good boy, River. You do it.
It does? Wow.
Here comes the better one. Close the reindeer there.
Wow.
Bye, Mickey.
Turn around.
Look, there's saucers.
Cups and saucers. Teacup. Wow, baby river, you're steering. Whoa, baby river.
Let me steal.
Look at that mud, right? So that's us. We have been here 3 days at the Disneyland parks, and now we are going to the next campsite. It's in Dieppe, which is on the coast of France. Had a really good time. It's really good. Sad to leave actually. Kids loved it. We loved it. Got a new friend in a window. I don't know if you can see it. The shadows. Yeah. Market's getting all ready. We'll be quickly taking the sand mats off. Actually never managed to level it properly, but it was fine. We were late every night back home. Didn't even make the bed. Left it so I could just jump in every time we go back home. So yeah. Definitely recommend this campsite if you want to come to Disneyland, the international. There's trampolines, so it's really good. Good campsite to hop on back and forward. We use sometimes taxis, sometimes a public transport bus. It was very good. Yeah, so currently they are doing the president elections at the moment. You can see the two candidates there. There you go. One is Le Pen, another one is Macron, current one. Interesting. They're going on as we speak. So what are you saying, Daddy, today?
Just chugging away from Disney, where we spent the last 4 nights.
Yep.
It was really good fun. Thoroughly enjoyed Disney. It was good. Now we're heading up to the north coast of France, the coast of Belgium. So drive along there. We'll be staying in Dieppe, is it right?
Yep.
And then see how we go in there. Traveling along here. Big tunnels.
Quite impressive infrastructure.
Yeah, it's good. Everything, the toilets inside the road are clean, basically clean. There's bin bags and every bin empty. There's all kinds of things that we just don't have in Britain anymore.
Did you have a good time at Disney? So we made a little quick stop at one of the airs and we have filled all the bag filled with loads of sweets. Look at them, yum yum. They look amazing, and these lovely sweets here. In fact, there is tons of them. There is Mark coming, so we're all up and running, sugared up
Coffee.
and coffeeed up. Yeah, do you like that coffee? I didn't actually like it.
Morgan.
No, that was actually not so nice. Normally it's nice coffee. And yeah, we're about an hour, I think, away from our campsite for tonight. So yeah, let's go. Just gonna do a small. Ow, ow. So there you go. Let's go.
Don't move.
That's right.
See it turning. Oh, it turns right up inside you and sit.
Heading for Dieppe. And the church just randomly in the middle of quite industrial stuff. So strange. Yeah. The problem with the baby was that the sun was in his eyes, but not in his eyes, but just on his side. So it's a lot warmer on his side. We're 2.5 kilometers away from there, so this is our campsite.
Oh no, some people want a burger. Oh dear.
So we have arrived at our last stop in France, camping between two rivers.
That doesn't look right.
Looks really nice. It's nice weather, that's for sure. Much nicer.
How do you like my tree sticks, Mama?
I love it.
Whoa. See England.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh God. Really? Wow. So Mark is rushing to see if we can make it for our crossing at 13:50. We have missed our one. But I think if you are within that slot, the 2-hour slot, you don't need to pay extra, you just can get on the next one. So our last one would be 13:50. So Mark is trying to get there. It says we would arrive there 13:30. In 20 minutes the next crossing would take place. So he's driving rather fast, burning all the fuel that already costs a small fortune.
Well, it costs us any more than that to pay extra for the ferry.
£57 would be for the next slot.
Yeah.
Between 2 and 4.
You have to get ferry somewhere 5 mile an hour faster from 55 to 60. And anyway, there's lots of downhills. Look,
To be honest, we lost a bit of time because I stopped at this lovely village and went to local butchers and a really nice patisserie shop, bought some more cakes. So yeah, that was the reason why and then we had to stop and tidy up my youngest son's nappy. So yeah, these 2 stops definitely a little bit impacted the arrival time. It says 25 minutes to go, so see if we can make it. So Mark did manage to arrive on time, 20 minutes to spare, but we will be crossing half an hour later. We didn't make it for the crossing we were meant to.
But there's a Burger King, and we haven't had enough burgers on this trip. We live on a burger. Do I look like a burger? Burger and pizza. That's what you do on the road. Let's go. No. Where are we going?
Beep it, beep it, beep it.
He's not even there about it.
Beep it. Look, there's the bar on it. Oh God. So this guy needed a toilet, so he stopped the whole operation. There you go.
And another lesson, you know, there's people everywhere that are just they expect the unexpected. Stay back.
Yeah.
You know, be prepared to
To
go
change your
route
route.
people and do your own thing. Because if you go too close to people, you'll get trapped. And there's people that are just mind-bogglingly mad. They're waiting to actually, we're boarding the ferry and he runs away to go and do the train runs away to go and do a pee. There must be about 20 places that tells you they're going to have toilet before.
Yeah. How dare he? How dare he?
Oh, this
How dare he?
so this is the train.
That's the train, look, do you see it down there?
I don't know, but it goes all the way, see away back there, see look, all the way back there to that blue car. See, there's a funny coloured car. I think that's the last one.
Better look up the next stop for us.
Yeah.
So
The
we
lorries in the train, really. That's the wall in the train, all the wee people just sitting there. That'd be quite weird watching it all, because we can't see nothing, but you'd be sitting in your cab.
I would love that.
Yeah, you'd just be sitting in your cab as if nothing had happened. Trains and lorries, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. What's that noise?
Oh, these crunchy bits of the train. Crunchy.
Here we are.
Yeah. Still a complete utter disorganization, you know, it's just
M20 is a car park, it's just shambolic.
traffic study for me. So we stayed at the Hope Farm caravan park last night, so it was quite eventful for us. I mean, we had the first pub meal, which was nice, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah, mixed grill, can't fail, all good.
Yeah, I didn't like mine, it was rubbish.
It's Brewer's Fair, so.
Yep. But yeah, it was
Expensive night.
it was an expensive night because our youngest's iPad is completely mangled. I will show you later
It's all black.
if you're interested. It's just absolutely mulad. So I'll need to see what to do. So Mark kindly lent his baby for just now, but don't know what happened. I think it was some ladiness with the other kids jumping in and out
had
of
some
the.
friends in from some of the other campers, and they were jumping about inside. And as everybody knows, it's not the biggest place. And I think the iPad was on the couch, and one of them's knees must have went into it. You can see when it's actually bent and shattered it.
Yeah.
So
A very, very expensive. That, I mean, I looked up some of the repair options. It's about £500. So
it's the damn thing itself.
yeah, that does really definitely make it an expensive trip away for us.
Head southeast on Maidstone Road.
Then we got Daddy's iPad right now.
You'll be going there where the thingy
Which side,
goes.
the road mile?
That one. There.
This one, this side.
Yeah.
Complete brain fart there.
Yeah, that's
These
okay.
cones, I was like, where am I maybe?
Yeah, that's okay. But now you are on this side. You're taking the first exit now.
In 50 yards at the roundabout, take the first
Yeah, well, I
exit
don't
onto
blame
Brown
you.
Bridges
Because
Road,
it happens to
8228.
me, and I don't even drive the other side of the road at all. Yeah, so we're gonna try to make our way to the next place where we are staying. It's an ambitious drive, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I feel slightly deflated. However, I had my first night on wine, which was lovely. Had a bottle of prosecco, been dragging it all along our trip. I never had a chance to open it, so I opened it last night. But I do regret it today. I got so ahead.
In a quarter of a mile at the roundabout,
Yeah.
continue straight onto Royal Way 8228.
See how the day goes. Main man driving. Refreshed and happy, yeah.
Refreshed anyway, yep, yep. I do all the time on congestion.
Really.
Congestion.
Wi-Fi. It's still. It's still working. It's not working.
So will I need to look up online to pay this congestion
I think
charge?
so. Well, no, they can't do that.
It's a
Really,
state-
everybody's going to come around there. We're not in London.
The county of Essex.
It's We're still on the M25. We just came off on the Dartford Tunnel, and now we're still on the M25, which is looking fine just now.
These are ice.
Ice cubes, yes, they are.
They look crazy. They look like ice. They look like ice thingy.
Ice, yes.
Ewan.
Coca-Cola.
You think?
So today is Thursday and we are heading north again. We stayed in Blakemere Caravan Park yesterday. I had a hot shower. It was really nice. And we walked for how long, Mark? We walked for a long time to get something to eat as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like 25 minutes or something. We out Chinese and sitting. And now we are heading to Windermere to have a chance to look at Peter Rabbit attraction before heading back home. We're going to stay in one more place tonight. Just before.
If we ever get off the M6, that is.
Yeah, the traffic is not great.
We're in about Warrington, something like that. Junction 20, 21, 22. There must be roadworks here or something. This has been, I don't know, 10 miles of slow traffic so far.
Yeah, so children are a bit tired. We were sitting again in the middle section. Look how jolly beautiful. Look around, boys. Look around this beauty. We're gonna go and find Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit lives in those hills over there somewhere.
There's Pips. So we are approaching Peter Rabbit's kingdom just shortly. We've got 10 minutes to go. How exciting. Easter vacation at Peter Rabbit. Yummy.
Yeah, yummy, yummy, in my tummy.
So who gives away here?
They do.
Ah.
Check.
Okay. Well, we could maybe walk. It's 1.2 miles if we can
I
find.
think parking's going to be the issue now in the walking. Oh, Jesus. Oh, lovely new village, isn't it?
It's lovely, yeah. Oh, thank you, baby. So, this is busy. Town centre
Easter
and
weekend,
bonus.
Easter bank weekend. You got that Yorkshire Dale. What do you expect? Like a mayhem.
I met him. Okay, let's carry on. Wow. Yeah, Rivar, come have a look. Have a look there. What it says.
Mom, the blue one,
Me?
so there's 8 small ones and 1 big one, so that makes 9.
How many?
River. Go see mummy. Good boy.
But Rivar, you're with us, please. Come back here.
Mr. Brown Owl.
Mr. Brown? I don't know.
Is it warm in the fire? Oh, you want to warm your hands on the fire?
Now, question number 5. What type of animal is Jeremy Fisher? A frog, a cat, or a rabbit?
Frog. He's alright, frog.
Frog. You got your... Lady was very kind. She just let us in the museum to have a look at all these boards.
Is that? No, it's not a V8 that's in that one. I thought it'd be a V8 and that was gentleman's one. Beautiful, isn't it? Is that one of the original engines? That one, the original boat?
It's not the original front engine, I don't think. It's had various things done to it.
We must come back, Mark.
At least you've seen it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it doesn't tell nothing, just follow the road basically just now. We're not far, we're 0.3 miles away, 0.3. It's beautiful, no? What are you saying, Mark? That must be stationed in there, the sign. Yeah, he is, has to be.
Hi, Mom. Oh, dear, how this one? Yeah, maybe.
So this is us heading back home. We stayed last night in the pub's car park, didn't we, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We had a nice meal. And tonight we are making our way back to Scotland. It estimates to be there about around 3 o'clock, Mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. The trip is nearly over. Last night in the bed, in the pod, thought it would be sad. Got used to it now.
A little, anyway. Yeah, definitely. You know.
It needs a lot of improvements, that's for sure. But nevertheless, it was really good. Look at that view, that looks really nice on WANDERTRUCK.
Yeah, but kind of the truck.
In a quarter of a mile, slight right.
The truck cab needs work, the pod needs work, everything needs, you know, it's done, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
it needs work now. And the main thing is, you know, we still enjoyed this type of travel, which we tried to kind of sort out.
Slight right
Kids
to stay on
enjoyed this
A65.
travel, so really it's good.
In 50 yards, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto A590 A65.
Remember, it's Easter weekend, bank holiday weekend. I need to really line these cubby boxes as well to make them a little bit not so slidey. It's been annoying. You'll be staying in this inside lane, aren't you? Because that will go south.
North, yeah. And this is what we're going to look forward to on the M6.
Yeah, it's Easter holiday weekend, so it's busy. It's busy. Tell me, what have you learned about this trip?
I've learned that I still enjoy this type of travel. I've learned that the truck is built and will do exactly what you wanted it to do, so much as it's built for going away on expeditions, built for going away on trips, but it's not built to stay in. It's too small to have full-time accommodation.
Yeah. Another thing, I think we had a really bad weather. We never had one day, a warm day, when we would get our seats out and play and feel comfortable. And I think that kind of, we were robbed from that experience.
That's a big part of it. It's like going camping.
Well, it's extended living room, isn't it, outdoors? And we didn't really have that. The weather was very and cold. And remember in France, and that second stop, camping the Saules, it was so cold. And I had every single jumper jacket on for everybody, what I had packed.
Yeah, the other ones were so bad, and you know it's been hard as far as that's concerned. But if you can survive that, you've got to look forward to the times where you have got your fire outside, you have got your awning, you have got your
Barbecue or something.
yeah, your Dutch oven going, the things that you do enjoy, things that drive us to do this kind of travel that we've never done in this. It can only get better.
Yeah, I hope so. I think what we are going to do is go somewhere up north of Scotland for a weekend or something and have that barbecue and have that chill out, because it was very full on for us. It was probably over ambitious. Would you not say so?
I think it achieved what we wanted to achieve, which was a longer run for the boys and us and the truck, and to prove that it can do it, and we can do it. So we set out to do that, but for example, never used the shower, never done this, we've never done that. So there's lots of things that we still need to get tied down.
Yeah, the table is not brilliant, can't put anything on it. Yeah, I need to rework that and need to adjust all the locks for the cupboards. It takes about a minute to open some of them. Obviously they're packed up with the things that are needed the most, so it takes time.
The bed is made
But the bed itself is lovely.
The bed's good, but I've made it too tight, so it's
Yeah.
a hard job sweating to get the folds in between each other. It needs to be, each one needs to be 10 mil smaller, so they
Yeah.
fall into place. The truck itself, parking, reversing, moving about, up over small bridges and things like that, obviously not 7.5 ton one. It's all quite easy.
Yeah, I thought you did well.
I think being in a cab this size, coming from driving full-size MANs, full-size Volvos and things like that on a short-term basis at work, you mentally think you're in a bigger vehicle, but really you're not.
Yeah, she was doing really, really well. We went to Magic Spotters attraction yesterday. It was very nice. We found a nice place to park the truck. What was that jetty called, Mark? Some museum, jetty museum.
It's a Windermere museum and cafe. They've got a little steamboat, and we tried to get a trip out on that, but unfortunately there was nobody else using it, so they let the fire burn down a bit at the time. We asked, it would take too long to build the coal and the steam back up again, so we couldn't go. But they took us now, they were good enough to take us in.
Sure.
Museum, let's see.
Excuse me, yeah. The lady just opened it up specially for us to have a look at these steamboats. It was nice.
And there was free parking there. If you went in and had a coffee, you went into the thing. And if not, it was £5 for 2 hours or something. So it's nice because you wouldn't park there, you go and do some different sites, come back, have a coffee, bits and pieces, and you get a little token to park there. It was just really nice big over small car park. There was no problems turning and parking this. And, you know, I think
Nice.
it's easy.
Yeah, definitely. It was nice views also in the cafe. It was all just glass panes all around all the cafe, so you would enjoy the lakes. It was nice. Worth a visit. I'll show you this beautiful view in front. Zoom in a wee bit. Yeah, it was fine enough trip, Mark, wasn't it? We are tired though.
Yeah, but we set out with a specific goal. We've
Yeah.
achieved that goal. You know, the kids like the truck, they enjoy it. It goes well. We've got confidence now if we want to go someplace a little bit more
Baby, I said stop.
off grid.
I said stop. Listen, stop.
Rivar.
A little bit more in the wild, you know, with the children. We've got that confidence that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. And children really enjoyed it very much, which is great. Because you never know until you try.
That's the most important thing. That's what we wanted to achieve. And I think we've done well to achieve it. Take it back here. There's the Love Forest there. Still is in the middle of winter. I mean, come through France, it's all green and nice. Get back to Scotland and everything stinks.